Welcome to our Spain. Feliz Año Nuevo. How's it going, Gaetano?
Feliz Año Nuevo to you too. As you can tell, this new year, I'm going to work on my Spanish.
We all are constantly working on our Spanish.
That's my New Year's resolution.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
When in Spain, you might as well learn Spanish.
You might as well try. Yes, we do our best, everybody. It's not always pretty, but we do our best. So you have an Our Spain to start us out in this new year.
It's an Our Spain, yeah. So our last episode about New Year's Eve, all lies.
That's not true. It's not all lies. We had a few hiccups though that didn't come to pass, right?
Well, what had happened is we went out to the New Year's Eve celebration, which it worked out fine for us. But I was like, oh, let's just look to see the fireworks displays where they're else in this city, in case we change our mind, because we usually go to the City of Arts and Sciences to see them. It's close to us. It can never get crowded because it's such a big space, right? So you're not going to be crammed. But then I was looking it up and it was like, no, they're not doing 5 displays in the city like they did last year. They're only doing 2, but technically only 1, because in the Plaza Ayuntamiento, they were only doing a 90-second display of fireworks after the stroke of midnight.
Okay.
And at the City of Arts and Sciences, which is usually a 20 to 30-minute episode, they were only doing a 9-minute. Did I say episode? 20 to 30 minutes.
No, you're fine. So they cut them all back? That's so unusual.
Yeah, the one in downtown really cut back 90 seconds. I mean, I wouldn't even go for a 90-second show. So, but City of Arts and Sciences, they cut it down to 9 minutes.
Right.
But they had 3 simultaneous displays going on at the same time in front of the City of Arts and Sciences.
Oh, very cool.
So they reduced it by time, but they made it 3 times as strong.
Oh, that's cool.
So, I mean, it packed a punch. I mean, when it started,
that's fun.
It was a finale. It started as a finale, and then
it just carried on.
And just carried on.
That's awesome. And I will say, I have been down. You are correct most of the time. It cannot get that crowded at the Arts and Sciences. But I accidentally ended up there one day when there was a Star Wars convention going on.
Well, if you're going for a nerd fest,
packed. Yeah. You couldn't move. You could not move anywhere. And I was like, what is going on? And then, of course, everyone's dressed up. So, yeah, but generally speaking, it's a very vast area that is difficult to fill up. Yeah.
To fill up. Yeah, yeah. So, and we did what I said we were going to do, is we watched it from the other side of the park. So we usually watch it on our side, but remember, I think.
So were you on the right side for this whole shebang?
Oh, yeah, the best view. Yeah. So the opera house was behind it, so you got to see. We saw the reflection of the lights on the white tiles of the
nice
opera house.
That's so cool.
So that was very cool, and it was a lot. And then when they did the earthquake at the end, we were blinded.
Nice.
We couldn't see anything. It was so strong and so bright.
Nice.
It was. We were really close to it, and to be honest, I felt like we were going to get burnt at any time, because the fireworks just at some point just seemed like they were coming right at us. It was a cool.
Yeah,
display.
I was always wondering, because we're in rural England, so we don't have access. So we watch on YouTube. So we watch Australia, and then Dubai, and then eventually we make it to. If we make it to midnight, we watch London, or we watch it in the morning. But we put all the lights down and put the TV on and get as much of a feeling as we can. And London was very just bam, 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 bam. I mean, it was just, I felt like it didn't come across super great on TV, because it was just fireworks. I think in person it would have been what you experienced, just so spectacular, with everything just going. It just went. It felt like a finale for 10, 15 minutes, or however long it was going for, which is really awesome in person.
Yeah.
You do what you can, and we're here, so what are you going to do? So for our episode today, we're just going to talk about a little bit of how our show is going, what we have planned for the new year. I don't know, everything.
Well, I think the most important thing is we're officially in season 2.
Which is
this
super
is our
exciting.
Season 2 opener.
This is it. Welcome to season 2.
Welcome to season 2 of Our Spain, podcast.
Did you think we would make it to season 2?
I did.
You did.
Did you?
I did. I mean, I hope. Okay, here's honestly how I felt about it. We love chatting to each other. We could easily make it to season 10, right?
Right.
But would
right.
anyone be listening to us? So the difference, I think, what's been exciting for me and maybe for you is that not only are we in season 2, but there's a few people listening.
Yeah, there is. We have over 8,200 downloads now, which I think, I mean, considering a year ago we had no one. We didn't even have a show a year ago at this time.
Right.
We started in March of 2025, right? So
yeah.
I guess when we started, did I think we'd have a season 2? No, when we started, I thought we'll just see where this goes. But as we were going, I was like, "Where's this leading?"
This is so exciting.
And then it was like, "Do we call it season 2 or do we just continue on?" And I like that we're calling it a season 2. That each year
I like that too. Season. Yeah, and then I think what's fun, anyone that's done any kind of analytics will know, like you can go on and see, like we just keep having new states and new countries pop up, which is super fun, and it's a little addictive to be watching that. But we are in 45 states, right?
I think it's 44 states plus Washington D.C.
Yeah, I count D.C. as a state. Sorry, I didn't live in D.C., but I count it. You guys, you should be a state. So you're a state. So 45 states, which is awesome, and over 80 countries.
Over 80 countries. And like we have like the gamut, like we have people in Nepal listening to us, Kazakhstan, Brazil is like, I think it's like 4th or 5th on our list of like number of listeners, which like is like crazy. And India is like in our top 10 of countries of people who listen to us. I mean, so that was, if you asked me, I wasn't going to think we were going to have listeners in those those far off lands, right?
And we have countries which that's my bad geography, like some countries in Africa that I have honestly never heard of, and I'm like, it's so great to see where they are and be like, okay, maybe this is people traveling, so thank you. If you're in one of these other countries, please do listen to us in other countries when you travel, because the only continent that we're missing is Antarctica, right?
Which is like crazy. I wonder about that, right? Because I'm like, we have every continent, which is like amazing to me, and then I'm like, but we don't have Antarctica. So then I'm like, do we tell people? Does anyone know anyone that's in Antarctica? Because we should tell them, if you have any cousins or uncles or aunts,
we would like to add it.
Yeah, like, so if they're in some research station down in Antarctica, can you tell them to listen to us? Because for our own egos, we need to have all the continents on planet Earth listening to our show.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to burst your bubble, but I do think that the research stations, which, like you said, is all that's there, and that's so that's all that's there. If you're on the internet there, you're going to be on the internet for your country, so it's going to come across as your country. So if you're an American there, it's going to come across as America.
Well, I mean, I guess that would make sense, but what I want to know is, did you just look that up on the internet?
I did. Thank you, ChatGPT. But it does make sense, and it does kind of make sense, right? I think.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because Antarctica isn't its own place. Yeah. I mean, it is a place. It's not its own country, and it's,
it doesn't have a T-Mobile like putting a station down there. So
yes, exactly. I think every country that has a station is responsible for your survival, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe we do. So I don't know how to find. If someone's from Antarctica, please post it on our.
Yes,
listening from Antarctica.
ChatGPT does say, with the very, very rare, there are a few IP databases that might label some research network addresses as AQ Antarctica, but it's very uncommon. But if you have one of those, please listen to us.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome if you know somebody, just for our own entertainment. Doesn't take much, as you can see.
Not much. And I love seeing that we're growing, with all of that. I mean,
yeah. So we want to thank everybody for actually listening and listening to more of our episodes as they come out. And some people are subscribing, and really, when our episodes come out, people are listening. Like, those days are, bigger days of people listening. So big thank you.
We get a spike.
Yeah.
And I guess we should also talk about one. How are you feeling? Because we had, for our first time ever, we had a rerun.
Yes.
Last week.
That was my fault. So as happens, I think you can all relate to this. You get 2 weeks off work, and what happens? You get sick immediately.
Yep. And for some people.
That's what happened to me. And it was such a bummer, because I had all these sort of expectations. I'm going to relax and I'm going to do this. And I'm going to start deleting photos from my photo albums, like so that I can reduce my storage on iCloud, all these things that I was going to do that I now still have to do. And I have like 3 days left, and it's like, so it just didn't live up to my expectations. So now I feel extra stressed that I didn't get all these relaxing things done, which I think is very Christmas. Anyway, even if you don't get sick, that's how Christmas is, because it's so busy and you think, oh, I have all this time off and I'm going to do these things, and you're just inundated with having to cook or go out for lunches or spend time with family and buy Christmas presents.
Finish Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, before the break starts, you're like, oh, they're going to be home for so long. And then it starts, you're like, oh my God, it's over tomorrow and we got nothing accomplished. Like, I wanted to go to museums. I wanted to do something, and we are scheduled. I booked us a reservation to go to the museum on Sunday. So we are going.
So you're going whether they like it or not.
Whether they like it or not, we have a reservation. We are going.
Oh, that's nice. We went up to London and stayed with a friend up there, and her daughter is my daughter's friend, so that was like nice for everybody. And we did the Christmas lights and went around and saw the Christmas lights, which I love because there's just nothing like London Christmas lights. And then we did a really cheesy touristic bus ride around London with tea, which was really fun. So it was like the bus is like decorated, like with lights, and you get like a little tea, and you get your hot chocolate and your sandwiches, and then you go around and you see like Buckingham Palace and the London Eye and all these things. So it was incredibly cheesy, but it was a nice thing for Zena to do since she's never lived in London. So it's kind of like you get to see all the good touristy spots.
The top 10 hits of the best of.
On a London bus.
On a London bus. On a double-decker, I'm assuming,
on a double-decker,
right?
yes. Yeah. Super cheesy, and it was really fun.
Was it a new double-decker, or did they go extra level and make it like the old school double-deckers? Like, was it like a vintage one, or was it the new modern ones?
I'm going to say that I think I'm trying to think. I think the back of the bus was open. It was one of the old style ones. Yeah. That they've turned it into tables and chairs inside. Like proper.
So it is tables and chairs. You're not sitting in. Oh, that's
cute. No,
that is totally cheesy, but it's totally cute.
It's really cute and very cheesy. And then the whole outside of the bus is decorated with their branding, because it's a company that does this. And then they do these little teas, and it was very cute. And the people that work there, it was Bee's Bakery, I think. They do a bunch of different ones. They do like the Grinch, they do Monopoly. So you can have a themed, it's just really cool. They're not sponsoring us, but it was fun.
But if you want to sponsor us, we're open.
It was just fun. And the people that were like giving you your hot chocolate and stuff were very nice. It was just, it was fun. And I dragged another friend along from school, and I was like, but this is going to be really cheesy. This is not like, fancy London. She's like, no, cheesy's great. So,
well, I mean, I love being a tourist in a place that you're from, because you don't get to be a tourist from a place you're from. So when I lived in New York, and even here, when people come visit, I'm like, oh, what do you want to do? I'm like, what can we do?
Right?
What's the thing?
And I don't know about you, but having kids gives you that option too. Like, I do a lot of things that I probably wouldn't do if it wasn't for Zena, because I'm like, I'm doing this for Zena because she needs to do. I'm like, I'm totally doing this for me.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, she wanted to do it, but it kind of like, I don't know that I would have done that just with my friend. Like, that was something that was kind of okay because Zena was there, and it was a little British tea thing, Right. So it was an excuse for sure, but it was fun.
And she didn't roll her eyes. She was excited.
She was the one that found it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Proactive daughter you have.
Oh, she's very good at planning trips. Yes. Excellent. If anyone needs a trip planner, she's the one. Yeah. She will find the right places to eat, the things to do. Yeah. No problem.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, I love my kids, but sometimes they are the the typical teenage travelers. Sometimes they're like, do we have to go?
Oh, really?
Do we have to see?
I'm sorry.
I mean, they go, and then they get home, and it's fine, but it's not the same as, like, they're not planning it before we go.
No.
I wish they would. Hey, girls, if you're listening, please plan some trips. Next time we go somewhere, I want you to tell me what we're doing.
Oh my God.
Great.
No, yeah. Zena and her friend planned our whole New York trip that we went on. Like, all the different places we ate, everything. It was fantastic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Zena needs to call my girls and tell them how to do that.
It's called Instagram.
Yeah. Well, my kids aren't allowed on that, so there you go.
Well, she's not on Instagram either, but she uses my account to do research for trips.
Yeah. That makes sense.
There are ways around these things.
Yes. So, but you sound better. So you're feeling better.
I'm feeling better, yeah. So we did get a bit delayed in our Spain Christmas schedule, but thank you for putting out the replay. We hope everyone enjoyed that. It was our favorite first episode.
You know what? And I have to say, we did get a bunch of listeners that we did get a big spike with the replay. So, I think maybe people hadn't heard it before. I mean, we are getting new.
Yeah, that's
people.
possible. I mean,
and we do have a lot of episodes now. So I think it's easy to get lost. It's hard to go back and know what you've missed, because if you're new to the show, it's a lot to go back to.
It is.
We're at 75 episodes or something like that.
Oh, we're going to be coming up on our 100th.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
100 episode streamers and balloons. I don't know. What are we going to do?
Oh, that gives us something fun to think about.
We're going to have to do something special. I don't know what. But.
Well, speaking of something special, is there anything special that you guys do over Christmas that you did? I mean,
So our Christmas this year was a little uneventful because my oldest is in the middle of GCSE mock exams.
Oh, yeah.
So none of us were, and I don't mean this in a bah humbug way, we were just kind of not feeling Christmas this year because there's so much stress of studying.
Yeah.
And they're teenagers, and they're like, do we have to, and so it was a lovely time. The tree's up, the place is fine, but none of us were really in kind of like the usual festival, and we didn't have visitors. There was it was.
You did not have visitors.
We did not have.
And
visitors.
You usually do. So you usually have maybe another adult that can kind of bring it on.
And we're excited to see. Someone back from the States. They're like, oh, they're here. Or, friends from London come visit. We're like, yes, this is great. It's just the three of us. We, the 25th of December is just like September 7th.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a bummer.
But no, I mean, it was good. And they're also to the age where they don't want, it's the gift giving isn't happening like it used to happen. Right. So
why not? In what way?
I mean, they're not getting stuff like they used to get, right? It's not like they don't have 30 presents under the tree each, and it's not a magical morning. It's
are they getting gift cards to Normal and Sephora?
I mean, they got a lot of books. They got books and pajamas, because I can't even buy them clothes because they're too old to buy clothes for. You have to take them shopping. Right. So do you know what I mean? So they're like, oh, a book, and they got jewelry. They got, they got things, but it's not like when you have a 3-year-old wakes up for Christmas. That's the magic.
Yeah,
right. That's the magic of Christmas.
And you need multiple.
And they're happy for socks.
Yeah, and you need multiple. Like for us, so Zeno and I come and we come to my mom, but this is our first Christmas without my dad because he passed away in March. So this was just the three of us, just my mom and me and Zena. So that's a bit low key for Christmas, really.
Right.
But then my brother and his family, he's got 3 kids, and his wife, obviously, they rolled in after Christmas, and then it was fun, right? And we had the fun because he's still, like you said, he still has the younger kids.
Right.
So everyone's just having fun and being kind of silly, and that's the kind of sort of environment that I think kind of makes you feel like Christmas is happening, right?
Right. Yeah. and I miss that. I miss that energy. But we did do a party the day after Christmas. I do a Boxing Day cocktail party traditionally. So that was nice. There was a bunch of kids running around the house then and festive. So that was lovely.
Okay, so you have a very lazy Christmas day, but do you cook you didn't have anyone saying, but did you just have a special Christmas lunch for you guys, or did you go out? What do you do if it's just the 3 of you?
Oh, no, I mean, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I do cooking if it's just the 3 of us, but there's a special meal each day. So we do a seafood on Christmas Eve, and we did salmon. It was it wasn't the big 7 fishes Italian traditional Christmas
Okay.
Eve because it is just the three of us. I'm not making calamari and octopus and eel. I'm not doing all
So
of that.
that's what
We
they
had
do.
salmon.
Wait, you're acting like I know what Italians do for Christmas Eve. Is that what they
Oh,
do?
you don't know this?
No,
Yeah,
never
the
heard of
7
that.
fishes. Yeah, you're supposed to have 7 different fishes.
Any
on
fishes.
Christmas
It could be
Eve.
okay. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. And they can be
So
shellfish because
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
So it's like
I would be doing.
it's yeah. Usually you have like clams, and you would have like eel and squid, like calamari and salmon. You'd have all the fishes of the sea.
Lovely.
So
Is this a good luck
yeah.
thing or just a tradition, or is it a bringing yourself into?
I think it has to do with like the fish on Fridays kind
Right.
of thing. It has to
Right.
it
Has
has
something to
it
do with that.
comes from that, but it is tradition.
That's so fun. I love
s-
that you guys do that.
Yeah, so we made it was low key, like we did a baked salmon and roasted asparagus, and oh, I do this thing with potatoes that I'll share with you, which was amazing. So we had made Thanksgiving, so I had made turkey broth from the carcass, right? So I have tons of turkey broth, and if you want some, I can give you some
You
because
have so
I have
much.
gallons of it. Yeah. And it's frozen.
Wow.
So if you want
I
some,
might. Sounds amazing.
So what I did for the potatoes is I put butter and the turkey broth in the roasting pan with the potatoes.
Sliced potatoes?
And
wedged potatoes. Okay.
I wedged them and with the skin on, and they got really crispy on top, and then the potato like a sponge soaked up all that
Oh
savory
my God,
goodness.
so good.
And so they were like mashed potatoes on the inside and crispy. They were just so good.
That sounds amazing. That does sound amazing. Oh my goodness. We had booked a Christmas lunch to go to. I had booked a Christmas lunch to take my mom and Zenith.
For Christmas Day or
no,
like
because they didn't have it. So it was the day before. It was Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Because it's a little hard to cook like a proper meal in my mom's kitchen. Like here in England, they have a lot of pre-made, really, really good pre-made foods. I had purchased one of these turkeys that had stuffing already rolled up in it, and then it's covered in bacon, and you just stick it in the oven. So you don't have to.
Okay.
You can cook by just putting things in the oven and you end up with a really nice Christmas lunch. But before that, I was thinking maybe a nice sort of homemade-ish, Christmas lunch, because my mom is Danish, so our traditions are a lot of our stuff happens on Christmas Eve. That's when we open presents. That's when we do everything. So, and we have a big meal, but we're not doing all of that because it's just the three of us. And like you said, the kids are getting older. It's this. So I thought if I'm not going to cook a proper Christmas lunch, we'll go to a restaurant. There's this really nice little cafe place, and they were doing a nice Christmas lunch. So I booked it. And I put it in my calendar for Christmas Eve because I was like, I knew I had booked it for the very last time that they would have it. We went there for Christmas Eve for lunch. It had been the day before.
You had booked it for the day before.
Yes, apparently. And they were so nice. They were just, and they have really good food. So we're in Newmarket. It's called the Pantry. It's just a little cafe, but they have a really good chef, really good food. But they also do pastries and hot chocolates and things.
So was it like a special Christmas lunch that they were doing?
Yes.
So you didn't get your special
Not only
lunch
that,
then?
I feel terrible because we had booked to have a table during their Christmas meal, which I think they were doing for maybe a week rolling up to Christmas. But we had booked a table to have their Christmas lunch, which means probably somebody else didn't get it. And then on top of that, when we got there on Christmas Eve, they were just like, I'm so sorry, your table was for yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they were like, oh, no worries, here's the menu for today.
So you're both over apologizing.
No, I just felt terrible. And they were just so completely cool about it. And I was like, oh. Anyway, we had a really nice meal that ended up being fish. Because we could then pick from whatever. So we ended up having an Italian Christmas Eve dinner, apparently.
See, you did it. See, there you go.
I think it was only 2 fishes, though. So I had like a fraction of an Italian.
Well, that's more than we did.
Oh,
so
really?
We only had 1 fish. So.
You just had the 1 fish?
We just had the 1 fish, just the salmon. I wasn't going to make more.
Oh, my goodness. But it was so good.
And Christmas Day, do you have a dinner for Christmas Day?
So Christmas Day is, as we've spoken about on all the Thanksgiving episodes, is, turkey, stuffings, potatoes, vegetables, and gravy, and that's our Christmas lunch. So
and you guys made that?
I did that, like I just said, with just getting some pre-made things and putting them in the oven. And then a friend of my mom's came over for lunch as well. So there were 4 of us. So we had a small Christmas lunch, and then my brother came in the next day. So yeah, it was very, very chill But we also gave Zena time to do some cooking. She likes to do some baking, and there's ingredients and boxes of things that we can get in England that we can't get in Spain. So it's kind of an opportunity. So she made some gingerbread men, decorated them, and did all that, which was fun. Because some of those things are hard to find, like molasses. I mean, I'm sure you can find them in the city and maybe in some of the grocery stores.
Molasses is easy to find, but things like Caro syrup have yet to see.
Yeah.
That. I mean, I think I've seen it at the American store for 932 euros. So,
and you can
not making anything with Caro syrup.
No, and then what do you usually make with Caro syrup?
Like cobblery, compote things.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things.
Like that,
yeah.
So we get we have golden syrup and some, those pre-boxed icings that you can make your cake and then you can throw things on, and it's like Cadbury's chocolate, so it's like really extra delicious. So these are the things that when we're here we can kind of do. So we had time to do some baking, which was quite fun, and last minute shopping, obviously, which is just shopping.
Yeah, I was shopping on Christmas Eve, and so were the girls. The girls bought my present on Christmas Eve.
Yes, I do believe mine was also bought then.
And we baked cookies. We did 2 different cookies this year, and then Christmas dinner I made a duck.
Oh wow!
That's our. So my daughters and we love duck, and I haven't made duck since we've moved here. Really? And I was like, and usually back in the States I'd make duck at least twice a year. Sometimes around Christmas, and then sometime like in the spring I would make it.
We had a hard time finding it when we first moved, and it wasn't really a thing. And then we found it, and it was like, oh my god, duck! And then Jawad was making duck, and it's so good. How do you make yours? Is yours? We do kind of more of a duck with them. I make the pancakes to wrap them up, so more like the Peking duck situation.
Oh no! I do a roasted duck like you would do like a roasted goose. So it's I do it of the whole bird with scoring the skin, and the glaze is it's a mix of honey, orange juice, and balsamic vinegar is what I keep glazing it in. But this year I did something different, which was I was at the stores and they had quince. Quince are in season. And I had never, outside of a paste and a jelly, I've never had quince, right? And so I saw them at the market. I was like, what does one do with a quince? And so I Google, what does one do with a quince? And Google said, you cook it. And I was like, you
really?
do? And I was like, oh, you do? Because it's a fruit, right? I don't know these things. I had never picked one up before. And I picked it up and it was very hard and dense. And I was like,
so that's why it's always a jam or a jelly, because it needs to be cooked down?
It needs to be cooked down. So I said, well, do have people ever cooked quince with duck? And Google said, yes, they do. And so
I wonder if you asked them anything, they'd be like, yes, somebody on this planet did. Not telling you how it went, just somebody did it.
They gave me a few recipes.
Okay.
And so I bought 4 quince and I roasted the duck on top of a bed of cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and quartered quince.
Oh, okay.
And again, like those potatoes I talked about earlier, that quince soaked up that duck fat.
Oh my God.
And the balsamic and the juice and the honey and all of that stuff. And you bit into them, and I felt like I was King Arthur in medieval times. It was like when the plate came out, it looked like a medieval feast with all the roasted, burnt, charred vegetables.
I love it.
But the quince, has that taste between an apple and a pear, but with the duck fat and the savor. Oh, we were all like
sold.
I thought it's like I invented the wheel that night. We were all agag with our mouths were agape with the deliciousness.
That seems like possibly a new Christmas tradition has been made.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, it was funny. We had the cocktail party the day after, and I was telling people about the food, and then we had leftover vegetables, and people were eating the cold quince from the Tupperware container.
They were.
Be like, this is amazing. Yeah.
So it was still good, even cold.
Oh yeah. We actually had some leftover of those vegetables, and we had more salmon because I bought a whole salmon that I quartered. So we had salmon again a couple days later with the rest of the duck.
Oh, interesting.
And quince.
So it all goes together.
It all goes together. Yes.
But I'll tell you something that something that was funny that often happens, but this was a new thing. Like my brother and I have often given each other the same book for Christmas or done some weird thing like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this year we both, and this is one of the things I love about having all of his kids around, is that I love board games. And games. Okay. And I don't get to play those very often because we just have one kid and my husband's not really into it. So we need other we need other people to join in order for us to have fun and do board games. So we had both got a Big Potato Game, which are these really fun kind of family games. And they're really good for all ages. And it was different games, but we had both bought one from the same company. And
what's a baked potato game?
It's a big potato game. That's the company.
Oh, a big
potato. So we had one that was called You Can't Say which was very good training for this.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. How many edits do you have to do to get all the ums out of specifically me? So I've got quite good at it now.
Well, side note, we have both gotten a lot, but when I edit, we have a lot less ums than when we first started. Okay, go back to your story.
So I did really well in this game because I've now been trained by you to not do the So basically you're given a word and you have to explain it to your team and they have to guess it. But if you say the other team gets a point.
Oh, that's a tricky game.
It is a tricky game and much harder than you think.
Much harder.
And then we had a few other games like that, and it was really fun to play these kind of little silly but really funny board games with a bunch of kids. I loved it.
We had plans of putting together a puzzle, one of these like 3D puzzles.
Oh, yeah.
That they got for 2 Christmases ago, and every break it comes out of the closet and we're gonna put it together, and I put it on the dining table, and every school break and it was for this one too. It's still in the box, still not put together.
So I have a dream actually, because the 3D puzzle is impossible, but I do have a dream of having one of those. I've seen them on AliExpress and Amazon and stuff where you get like a roll up, so you put the puzzle in and then you can roll it up and put it away.
So I see.
I want to get one of those because we did the same thing last year. We had a puzzle and we put it out, and unfortunately, we only got like 3/4 of the way through it. And then what do? You can't leave it out till next Christmas, like. So it needs a thing to get rolled in, but that doesn't help with the 3D one, which is a really good idea. What is the 3D puzzle of?
I would love to tell you. It's been so long that like the outer wrapper that had the picture of what it is has been.
Oh my god! So you don't even know what it is, but you need the outer wrapper. We just have this
brown corrugated. We have this just brown corrugated box. No, I think the instructions are in it.
Okay,
it's like a Ferris wheel or a roller coaster. I don't know. It does something. It's a movable.
Oh, is it one of those wooden ones? Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those wooden ones.
So in the toy store here, they had one of those. And it was hooked up to an engine, so it was like a train, and then it was moving. And I was like, "Oh, that is really cool." But really, are you going to display that in your house? Like, once you built it, what are you going to do?
Well, this one I hope it's not huge because it came from Temu, so I know it's not huge, right? It's like, that's the joke, right? I bought the sofa from Temu, and it's for your dollhouse. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be big. I mean, I think it'll go on a shelf, hopefully.
But you could leave it up, I suppose, and just leave it up until it's done, I guess.
Yeah, and we can leave it up after it's done.
No, till it's done. Just leave it out until someone finishes it.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen because we go back into school. Then it's just homework every night and bed and dinner, right? Like it's this break thing, and we only have a few days left of break, so I don't think it's going to happen now.
And then the cats, maybe the cats too, like they start.
Oh yeah, they'll swat a piece off the table. Yeah.
So yes, I dream of one of those.
So I might as well just put that away right now.
I mean, I can't help you with the 3D thing, but I do dream of having a really pretty puzzle that I can spend months and months on because I can roll it up and put it away.
Right.
One day.
One can dream.
Yeah, speaking of homework, we have been trying to get the homework done. We're not doing the big exams, but there's homework that's been given and it needs to get done, and it's hard because you got to keep stopping, and we're not very disciplined that way. So we've been trying to get everything done.
Yeah. I mean, Paloma had a little bit of homework and she's gotten hers done. Omar, just because of the GCSEs, it's just studying. Yeah. The poor thing is like handcuffed to the table, just self-imposed. Yeah. Like, I can't leave. I have to study. I have to do this, right? So it is a lot of stress, but it'll be worth it.
We did manage to do some of our New Year's shenanigans so that we can.
You mean from our episode, the part that was true? From our
we got really lucky because we had a discussion about these grapes being like big grapes. I go into my mom's fridge to look at the grapes that she has. They're possibly at best 3 millimeters in diameter. They're tiny.
So they're like currants. They're like those little champagne grapes. They're that size.
So I was like, well, we can do 12 of those. So that's what we had. And then we also, Zena went full under a table. I kind of put my legs and part of my body under a table because that apparently is another part of it that we didn't mention that apparently needs to be done.
So yeah, I mean, you say that. I have never
Me
heard
either.
that or read that in there anywhere. And we did our research. And then, so anyway, on New Year's Eve night, people are wishing me Happy New Year, like getting text messages, or I'm wishing people, more me wishing people because we had it first than everyone we know. And then someone's like, oh, did you eat your grapes and sit under a table? And I'm like, what the? What are you talking about sitting under a table? But we did have our grapes. We took our little baggie of grapes with us to the fireworks
well done.
show. And then you bring up sitting under the table. So now I've heard it twice, but nowhere in our research.
This is one of those things that I think came. I didn't see this anywhere when I was researching it, and I haven't come across it before. So I don't know if it's a new thing that's going around the kids maybe this year, or whether it's something that has just gone around the kids now and they're telling us it's So we just, to be safe, we just also went under the table just to be safe. You got to do it all.
Well, I mean, I don't see how that could be a tradition because that would make a lot of bars go out of business. Why would you even be like bars and theaters and stuff be open? Because if you have to be under a table,
I'm 100% with you.
You can't be out in a nightclub.
I'm 100% with you. And if you're in a nightclub, you do not want to be under that table. So,
you do not want to.
No, you do not. Table. So I'm with you 100%. No. I think if you didn't go under a table, it's fine. But we did it anyway. And then, so we did our tiny weeny itsy beeny little grapes. And so we're looking forward now to just an exciting 2026.
Okay, I have one question for you since we're recapping our holidays. What is your, is there a movie you have to see on Christmas? Is there like a family movie that you watch every Christmas to set you in the mood?
So, I mean, we've talked about this before. We start quite early with this. We have to watch Elf. And Elf gets watched so often that it almost becomes like we're kind of done. And then Zena wanted to watch Home Alone, so we watched Home Alone 2, which was the one we could find. And then it all got weird, and we started carrying on with our Stranger Things catch up because we're still in season 2 or 3 or something. So we have a lot of Stranger Things and we had started watching that. So we were doing Elf and Stranger Things. It was a very, very peculiar Christmas. And my mom is like, what are you watching? I'm like, I know this is not my kind of show at all, but we're doing it.
That's funny because yes, I know about you and your horror stuff, but we actually rewatched all of Stranger Things because it had been so long. I mean, it's been that show's been on for 10 years.
Oh my God, really that long?
It's been 2016.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Well, Zena got into it because of the Kinder Eggs, just in case anyone's wondering if their marketing works. It's the Kinder Eggs. They have the Stranger Things Kinder Eggs in Spain. And
do they? I haven't seen. Well, they have everything Stranger Things here.
Yeah.
I've seen even Benetton has the Stranger Things perfume.
That doesn't seem like that would be something you'd want to wear. Was it going to attract the monsters? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it was part of their sisterhood line, right? They have the sisterhood where these the bottles look they look like almost like those Russian dolls. That's kind of what they look like,
right?
Those stacking dolls. And one of them is a sisterhood Stranger Things.
Okay.
And I'm like, what a weird marketing tie-in.
That is a weird marketing tie-in.
Benetton. But you know what? Benetton was very 80s. I mean, that was the height of Benetton. If you think
I have
about
to be honest, because I don't see a lot of Benetton sort of marketing. I haven't over the years. When we moved here and I saw that Benetton still had a shop going, I was like, oh, wow. They're still around.
No, it's still a thing in Europe. It's still a thing in Europe. But in America,
but it's not.
They are few and far
but I mean,
between.
I come to England enough that I hadn't really noticed it here, but it was full front and center in Spain, and their style hasn't changed tremendously.
Well, I mean, it's a sweater and jeans. It's not a lot you can do with the basic sweater, right?
But anyway, so very 80s. You're right, full. And then I'm sure that they're using a lot of those clothes.
Now I'll have to look and see if there's that Benetton logo in any of the episodes. But we're all caught up, except we haven't watched the finale.
Okay, so I don't want to hear about anything. I don't want any spoilers.
I won't tell you anything.
Is the finale? Is this now the end of the whole show, or just the finale?
Yes, this is the series finale.
Okay, so they're actually ending it.
They're actually
on purpose. I mean, obviously on purpose, but is it one of those things that they've sort of come to a happy ending for it, or is it
Well, I haven't watched the end. I think they're
They
due.
want
I
it
mean,
all. They decided to wrap it up.
Everyone's in their 50s now. It's been on for so long.
Right.
They can't be playing teenagers anymore.
Oh, right, that's true. Because of
15
kids, and they were bringing in more kids and stuff. But I guess even those were growing up. Yeah. So it was no longer a show about kids. Okay, yeah, that is kind of a problem.
I mean, they're aging out. I mean, they're like, who's this 30-year-old playing a 15-year-old? Right.
And they didn't be like, oh yeah, we're now in college doing something. Okay, well, we're enjoying it, but it's a bit too creepy for me. But it's all right. It's all right.
Well, we watched Stranger Things, and then our other thing is because we're the family that does this. Our new Christmas movie, because it came out a few years ago, is Violent
Yeah,
Night.
that sounds right up my alley. Is that actually a Christmas movie or just something that freaks you out?
It is a Christmas horror movie as the way the universe intended things to be.
God.
It's wonderful. Actually, it's very good. And it's not really scary.
Oh, sure.
It's a little gory, but not scary. And the Santa is played by Hopper.
Oh, I
from
like him.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So he's Santa, and the gist is he's Santa, and he saves a family at Christmas. A wealthy family has people come into their Christmas party and like hold them hostage and try to steal their money and things. There's that. And so Santa's delivering gifts, and he saves the day by murdering everybody.
God.
Yeah.
I do really like him in the show. And when, I thought, when they're sort of killing people off in these shows and you're like, not him. Like, yeah. So, wonderful.
I tried to get the kids to watch like The Grinch and like the old Rudolph and the old Frosty.
They don't live up
ones.
so well.
No, they do, but the teenagers are just, do we have to? There was a lot of rolling in the eyes, I'm like, but they did still get into Charlie Brown Christmas.
Okay.
Thankfully, they were still
But I
watching
mean, if you're going to be transitioning, which you did like your kids to all these horror films, you can't expect them to go back and be watching The Grinch. I mean, come on. I'm just sticking, like, I've never moved on to these horror films, so I'm always happy to watch the animated, silly animated movies, especially the Christmas ones. So anyway, well, I think that's our wrap up pretty much of what we've been doing and what's coming up.
That is our wrap up. I mean, it's coming up. We finished season 1. We've had our Christmas. It's a new year, and I'm excited.
Season 2 and lots more episodes, and we're gonna hopefully be starting some interviews, which will be really fun. So we are changing things up a little bit to keep things exciting.
Keep it spicy.
Exactly. So happy New Year, and we'll just carrying on. Speaking of movies.
Sounds good. And until next time, Tanya.
Bye.
Hey, can't get enough of us? Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Ospain Podcast.
And on our website, ourspain.com, which we will be updating with exciting new things as we grow.
We would love for you to message us with any topics you would like to hear about.
See you next time.
Bye.